How you guys doing today? I just got back from my trip yesterday, but I was going through my clips, all my footage that I did. I wanted to separate this video because I felt very important to talk about it, and it just happened to me that day I was exposed to the both ends. Long story short, on day number 5, checking out of the hotel, we met this lady. Her name is Sue. She's from Clarksville, Tennessee, and we started talking. The 5 of us, and it just happened that she's traveling on her trike, Harley Davidson trike, by herself. Felt very inspiring that this lady, older lady, she's 73 years old, traveling through the United States on a Harley Davidson trike just by herself. And that kind of got me very thinking about, wow, I wish that when I get to that point on age, I have the health to do that, especially her alone and a female, 73 years old. And that was the morning. During the day, we end up going through north of Colorado, Denver, Colorado, and we stopped by, it's called Thunder Mountain Harley Davidson. And that day I met this other lady, young lady. She was probably on the mid-20s, and I met her and I was able to talk to her for a little. She was buying her first Harley Davidson, and she told me that she purchased the bike a couple months ago, and she was just afraid to come and pick it up because, the kind of fear you have when you start riding, but finally she was picking up her motorcycle. And that's what got me thinking. It's like, wow, I just met a 73-year-old lady riding her trike through the United States. Now I'm coming across this young lady buying her first motorcycle. I really wanted to interview her, but she was kind of nervous. She was kind of with the salesman, kind of showing her, the bike and how to, so I didn't want to put her in the spot. But I give her one of my poker chips. So if she gets to watch this video, please comment, and we would like to hear from you in the description about your story buying the motorcycle and the whole experience as a new motorcycle rider, especially a female. So long story short, here's the clip from the testimonial that I got from Mrs.Sue, that she's riding her trike all over the United States.
My name is Sue, and I live in Clarksville, Tennessee. And for about the past 5 years, I have been working on this trip to travel from Clarksville up through Idaho Falls, and then back around to Clarksville on a round trip, because I had 6 states that I had to be in with my trike, my Harley trike, and I had to have the rubber on the road and my butt in the seat. And if I made those 6 states, I would have been in 49 of the 50 states on the trike. And you add Colorado to those 6 states, and if I go to a Harley dealer in those 6 states plus the one in Colorado, I will have been in at least one Harley dealer in 49 of the 50 states. And I am just about done. I've just got to stop in Greeley, Colorado, and I'll be on my way over to Grand Island, Nebraska, and then I'll be heading on back to Clarksville, Tennessee. And it's just been a great journey. I have met so many wonderful people, like these gentlemen that I'm standing here talking to right now. And it is kind of a dream of a lifetime to do that. My next goal is to do 100,000 miles. And by the time I'm done with this trip, I will have about 90. So I have about 10,000 miles to go. So keep the rubber on the road and ride safe.
All right. Let me ask you a question. How long have you been riding?
About 15 years.
15 years?
I was married for 32 years, and he and I rode for a couple of years, and he passed away in 2004. So I sold the house that we had in Illinois and moved to Tucson. And a year later, I met my Harley man, and we were together 4.5 years. He had the motorhome and 2 Harleys, and I had the house, and we traveled all over. He developed ALS. Lou Gehrig's passed away in 2009. We went to Labrador, we went to Alaska, we went all over. So the legacy he left me was loving to RV, which I had never done. And we had the bike that we had at the time, which was 105th anniversary. We had that converted into a Roadsmith with a Roadsmith back end. And so I bought my own RV, and I took the trike, and I did that for about 7 years, where I was on the road for 6 months out of the year. And I took the bike up to Alaska and went all over the country. And then in 2017, my dog died and I broke my wrist. And I decided that was telling me I needed a change. So I sold the motorhome and I moved to Clarksville, Tennessee, where I'm living right now and still riding.
All right. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you very much. Thank you.